Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, Headmistress of the Budo Ryu, and today I'm going to make a video for our Budo Ryu Ninjutsu Q&A playlist, and I'm going to tackle all the questions regarding ranks, grade, certificates, and Menkyo. The four most common questions that we receive from our website at budoryuninjutsu.com is, what is the Budo Ryu? What is the ranking structure within Budo Ryu Ninjutsu? Do I rank in individual arts? And do I issue traditional Menkyo? In this video here, I'm going to tackle all four of those questions. So the first question, what is the Budo Ryu? The Budo Ryu is a martial organization that I created in 2004. It teaches a martial art called Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, again, which I created in 2004. This is based off my experience, my practice, and my research within the martial arts. The reason I started the Budo Ryu in 2004 is because I wanted to give my students something pure. I was tired of all the bullshit politics, all the he said, she said, all the arguing between different martial organizations. I wanted to create a martial organization that was political free, where people can just come in and train in classical Japanese martial arts, learn authentic samurai and ninja martial arts, ninjutsu, bujutsu, and stay away from all the politics. I wanted to give them something pure. I wanted to give them something that they could go to and learn and better themselves and then go about their own lives without being involved in all this hateful bantering that you see on the internet, all the politics, all this kind of stuff. I wanted a place that was just training in the martial arts. So in 2004, I created the organization called the Budo Ryu. Budo Ryu Ninjutsu is the martial art that we teach. I believe if you look at the website, the quote on the website is, Budo Ryu Ninjutsu is Soke, Anshu, Christa Jacobson's modern approach towards ancient samurai and ninja warfare. And there couldn't be a better description because that's exactly what it is that I'm teaching. I'm teaching my approach, my experience, my knowledge, my research in the arts, and I'm sharing that with my students. When I created the Budo Ryu Ninjutsu curriculum, I did it by establishing what we call the Goho no Keiko, or the 5 areas of training. This is very specific within Budo Ryu Ninjutsu training because every student has to understand the 5 areas of training, and each one of those 5 areas has 7 sublevels of training. This is the basic idea and the basic blueprint for the training within the Budo Ryu. Now I'm going to briefly go over the 5 areas of the Budo Ryu Goho no Keiko. That way you can kind of get an idea of what it is that we do within our training. If you want a more detailed description of the Goho no Keiko, please go to our website at budoryuninjutsu.com, click Goho no Keiko, and you will see all the information in detail as to the training within each individual area. The 5 areas of the Budo Ryu Ninjutsu Goho no Keiko are Nanamusha Den, or the 7 warrior traditions. These are the 7 traditions that we have within our school that connects us to the ancient samurai and ninja. The second area of training is called Gendai Henko Waza, or modern variation technique. This is something that I think is very specific because out of all of the kata that we learn within the Nanamusha Den, or the 7 traditions, we have a modern variation that we teach so that you can take that kata and apply it to the modern day. So this is where the Budo Ryu is a little bit different because not only are we a traditional school studying traditional kata, we're also a modern school looking at modern variations so that the students can take those traditional kata and immediately apply them into the world that they live. The third area of training is called Hojo and Do, or supplemental training. This is the physical conditioning and all the supplemental training that goes into the martial arts. This is something that we go over: weight training, cardiovascular conditioning, skin and bone conditioning, sparring, grappling, all the different kumite concepts. We got survival training within the Hojo and Do training. All this kind of stuff is something that's supplemental skills that you need to make everything within the Budo Ryu Ninjutsu curriculum better. The fourth area of training is called Nihon Mushikyu, which is the study of the Japanese scrolls. Not only do I have scrolls that I've inherited from my masters, but I've also collected many scrolls. And here we have over 100 scrolls that I have hand translated, and I share that information with my students. That way they don't just hear things, or they don't just study a tradition and take the tradition's word for it. Here we really dig deep into various scrolls, densho, and historical documents. That way they understand where these 7 traditions fit in actual Japanese history. That is why the Nihon Mushikyu, or the study of the Japanese warrior, is one of the 5 areas within our school. The 5th area of training within Budo Ryu Ninjutsu is called Seishin Teki Kyoyo, or spiritual refinement. This is not religion. This is spiritual training. This is in getting in touch with you and having your energy connection to everything around you in the natural element. This is where I share my spiritual experience and the things that I've done with my students so they can learn how to connect to nature and all the elements that they are surrounded with. This is something that I feel is very important for a martial artist to understand the idea, the practice, and the feeling of Bushi-ki, or samurai spirit. So in Seshi Teki Kyoyo, we learn those things. We learn how to identify problems within. We learn how to meditate. We learn how to connect to the elements around us. We understand chakra and how to use internal energy to connect to not just nature, but to all the people around us as well. Now, if you'd like more information on the Goho no Keiko and the outline of the Budo Ryu Ninjutsu curriculum, again, please go to our website, budoryuninjutsu.com, and all the information is there. The next question is, what is the ranking and grading in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu? Now, this is a very common question. I think it's because people go to our website and they see Kokuryu Kempo, Tenjin Ryu Jujutsu, Eishin Ryu Iai Jutsu, and they see these different traditions that we have. They don't even pay attention to the Goho no Keiko. They don't realize that really Budo Ryu Ninjutsu is 5 areas of training that we tend to focus on. They just look at the 7 traditions and think that's what it is, and what are we going to rank in? Well, if you look at budoryuninjutsu.com and you call the Budo Ryu Kai, and you come in to take a class at the Budo Ryu Kai Hanbu, and you study Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, you're going to get rank in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu. And I know that sounds like a very basic answer, but it's just the absolute truth. If you study Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, you get rank and grade in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu. It's just that simple. Third question is, do I rank in individual arts? I'll give you an example. Togakure Ryu Ninpo Taijutsu, or Tomo Ryu Shinobi Jutsu, right? People get on the website and they say, hey, we see this, you teach ninjutsu, and I only want to study ninjutsu. I don't want to study the Iai Jutsu and the Kempo and the Jujutsu. I just want ninja training. Can I study just Tomo Ryu? Can I study just Togakure Ryu? Can you give me a rank in Togakure Ryu Ninpo Taijutsu or Tomo Ryu Shinobi Jutsu? Can you do that? Here's my answer, the simple answer, no. And that is the simple answer. The simple answer is no. Now, I want to make sure that I'm very clear about this because I have issued people individual ranks in some of the traditions of our school. And because of that, I want to be very clear in this section on how that works. Within the 7 traditions of our school, 3 of them are 100% home to the Budo Ryu Kai. 4 of them are not home to the Budo Ryu Kai. Let's look at the 4. Togakure Ryu Ninpo Taijutsu, Koto Ryu Koppo Jutsu, Gyoko Ryu Koshi Jutsu, and Eishin Ryu Iai Jutsu. Those 4 arts, their home is with a Soke somewhere else in Japan. They are not my arts to be giving individual rank in. I have never issued a rank, an individual rank, in Togakure Ryu, Koto Ryu, Gyoko Ryu, or Eishin Ryu. However, it is my responsibility as the headmistress of this school to share my experience and my knowledge in the arts to my students. So yes, we study Togakure Ryu and Koto Ryu and Gyoko Ryu and Eishin Ryu. We study the classical katas and the waza and the strategies and principles. We study those arts and then we apply them to our training, 100%. Now, we have 3 other arts in the Budo Ryu Kai, Koko Ryu Kempo, Tenjin Ryu Jujutsu, and Tomo Ryu Shinobi Jutsu. Would I issue individual rank in those 3? Well, the simple answer again would be no. But again, there's a gray area with that because I have issued individual rank in Kokuryu Kempo and Tenjin Ryu Jujutsu. I want to make this very clear on this video. To the date of this video, I have never given anybody, including my top student, Mr. Chafin, I have never given anybody a rank in Tomo Ryu Shinobi Jutsu. Ever. So if anyone says I've given them rank in Tomo Ryu Shinobi Jutsu, that is absolutely false. It has never happened to date. And the reason I say to date, because the 3 arts that are home to the Budo Ryu Kai, Kokuryu Kempo, Tenjin Ryu Jujutsu, and Tomo Ryu Shinobi Jutsu, those 3 arts I would give individual rank in to my students. And that actually, now we're getting into the topic of, do I issue traditional Menkyo? I would give traditional Menkyo Shoden, Menkyo Chuden, Menkyo Okuden, and Menkyo Kaiden in Kokuryu Kempo, Tenjin Ryu Jujutsu, and Tomo Ryu Shinobi Jutsu. As long as there is a Soke that's heading Togakure Ryu, Koto Ryu, Gyoko Ryu, or Eishin Ryu, if there's a Soke that heads those traditions, I would never give rank in it because that's disrespecting the Soke that heads those schools. But Kokuryu Kempo is my Kempo school. That's my Kempo school. Tenjin Jujutsu is my Jujutsu school. Tomodo Shinobi Jutsu is my ninjutsu school. Those are my schools that I have right here. And I would rank people in those. In the 12 years that the Budo Dikai has been established, I have 3 students. 3 students that have rank in Kokoro Kempo and Tenjin Jujutsu. Again, not even Mr. Chafin has rank to date in Tomodo Shinobi Jutsu. It's just never happened. So if you have a student that starts training in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, the reality of their training is they're going to train in the classical Q rank / Dan rank system and get their rank in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu. Now, if you want to have more information on who has rank in what, please go to our website at budoryuninjutsu.com, click where it says official rank on the left hand side, and you can see who are the black belts, who are the Menkyo holders, who has Menkyo in what tradition. So if you study with the Budo Dikai, you're going to start in the Q-Dan system. You're going to come in, you're going to train in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, you're going to get rank in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, you're going to go through the Q ranks in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, you're going to go through the Dan ranks, the black belt ranks in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, first Dan, second Dan, third Dan, all the way to 10th Dan. You're going to be able to train in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu as much as you want and get rank in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu. The best of the best, the cut above, those students would be Menkyo students. And to date, in the last 12 years, I only have 3 students that I've issued a Menkyo to. So I want to talk about how rare that is. I want to make sure that you guys understand. In 12 years, I have 3 people that have been with me for at least a decade that has received rank in an individual art. And like I said, if you guys want to see more about that, please go to our website at budoryuninjutsu.com, click where it says official rank holders, and on that page, you'll have our Dan rank students and our Menkyo students in the tradition that they received Menkyo in. Do I give out Menkyo Shoden, Menkyo Chuden, Menkyo Okuden, Menkyo Kaiden? Would I give out one of those Menkyo ranks in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu? Absolutely yes. And only one person has Menkyo Shoden in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu. So I hope that I've answered those 4 questions very clearly. Thank you very much for all of your love and support. It is deeply appreciated. Like I've said many times in the video, if you would like more information, please go to our website at budoryuninjutsu.com. All the information that I do is there. That's where you need to go if you want to find out information on what I do. Not somebody else's channel, not somebody else's website. If you want to know what I do, go to my website. That's what I do. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you very much for your love and support. It is deeply appreciated. Until next time, take care, be safe, and good luck in your journey of Budo. Blessed be.